EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada, where the torch, in honor of the legendary owner Al Davis, has just been lit, as is tradition before kickoff at Allegiant Stadium, just off the Strip in Las Vegas. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Chicago Bears and the Las Vegas Raiders. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you were with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. Off we go from Vegas. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. The #1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback. You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Taken down, number 41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. Another run here, another run by Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You can tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On 4th down, the Bears send out their second-year man, Torrey Taylor, to punt. Back deep for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league. I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
He takes off, and he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Give him 11 on the scramble, and give them a new set of downs.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. From the gun, it's Geno. That's into the hands of the rookie, Dante Thornton. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 15 on that game. First down, Vegas.
Another Las Vegas.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Genty. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Working out of the gun, Smith. He connects with the open man. That's Myers. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Here's Genty. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Brings up 2nd and
A
goal.
loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Here's a design run. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
No gain on the play.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, There was nowhere to go with the ball.
Daniel Carlson
On fourth
for the
down,
Raiders
on
field
comes
goal.
Daniel Carlson for the
27
Raiders
yard
field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
The Bears offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 5. A play fake. Now Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Chicago.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Bears 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
To 2nd and 10.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
1st down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They get an even 20 on that one.
It's a gain of
1st
20.
down, Chicago.
1st down, Bears.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. He'll bring up 2nd down.
The 13-yard line.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Moore going in motion. Williams to throw on 2nd down. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. It's up and through. And the Bears move out to a 7-3 lead.
Raiders 3.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Raiders offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. From the shotgun, Smith. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Going up top. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
He's going to look downfield once again. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And it's a decent return. Gets some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
13 yards.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
To the left side, he's got Kmet. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action here with Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. That pass is caught by Burton. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
I'll give up the middle with Swift. And wow, it's hard to get a square shot when he's moving like that. Spinning and turning and picking up 9 yards.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here comes Swift. They toss it right. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's third down and a few inches. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On the give, here's Swift. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts, but the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? He'll check this down to Swift. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. So, a little extra time to think about what to do on fourth down as we are through quarter number 1. 7-3 is our score. And we're back in Vegas after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. As they've got it looking at 4th and less. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Well, Raiders offense about ready to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10.
He's on a bench.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In motion is Myers. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Third and 7. Here's Gino. Middle. He's got Tucker. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Vegas, first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On the bootleg, it's Smith. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Dexter on the stop. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5.
Oh, yeah, you got it, you got it.
Now, Gino. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Bears offense headed back to take over once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll try the right side with Swift. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
A gain of 11 brings up 3rd and inches.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to fight any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
That one into the hands of Moore downfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Bears.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And it'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up.
Chicago.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Swift trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. His second touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
On is Santos for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bears extend their advantage to 14-3.
Raiders 3.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return is Dylan Laube. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Raiders offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with first and 10. In motion, that's Thornton. Play action now. It's Gino. To the right side, hauled in by Myers.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 4. From the gun, it's Gino. Exiting the pocket right. He's going to tuck it and go. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
That's good for a Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 20. Good for a Raider first down.
Another Raiders first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Smith to throw on first and 10. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Genty, and he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. One more time with Genty. And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's third and goal.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's third down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have fourth down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal. They'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he's into the end zone. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Raiders are back within 4. It is 14-10.
14. Raiders 10.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Now a return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. They'll start out first down and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Rolling to the left.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Off play action. Here's Williams. Moving left. He'll take off again. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
There on the tackle.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. He'll swing this out to Swift. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Adam Butler there on the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. They'll go again with Swift. Finding room to the 20. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
On the ground, here's the Texas Longhorn, Roschon Johnson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And there's a great example of the pressure altering the quarterback's plan. They need to continue to get him off his spot, continue to make him speed through those progressions. I think if they can continue to do that, they're going to find good success.
A 25-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is good. And the Bears will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. He'll find Jeanty out of the backfield. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Here comes the jet sweep. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is into. And he'll get about 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Working out of the gun, Smith. Open man is Horton. He's got it. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Smith. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Yards to go.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders are able to cut it to 4. 17 to 13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 10.
That's a second charge timeout to Chicago as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Williams. Connection made. It's Burton. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Gain of 33 yards.
A big play at a critical juncture in this game. 33 yards. So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hanson. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Laube now to return it. Whoa! And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
And a Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On 1st down, here's Gino to throw. That's brought in by Myers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 2nd down, Genty. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Montez Sweat there on the tackle.
Automatic 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's a handoff to Genty running left. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Gino to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
The Raiders have their punt team out there as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
by Swift. And much more room to run on this one. Pickup of 8, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
3rd and short yardage. Here's Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
From the pistol, Smith. That's into the hands of Horton. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 36 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Smith gonna keep this himself. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Vegas.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the 1st down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a handoff to Genty. And the Raiders are going to have it 1st and goal. They'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Smith. To the goal line and in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. Carlson now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Raiders go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
17.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Duvernay on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. A play fake. Now Williams. Flush to his right. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. There he goes again. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
Throwing on second down. Williams. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it, because it could have been even a bigger play.
On third down, it's Williams. Going for it all. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Genty. And he's going to have a first down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Raider first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
That's a short one. Caught by Bowers.
Complete to Brock Bowers. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the shotgun, Smith. He'll try and get there on the ground.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. That's left side to Tucker. And he will get into the end zone. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Vegas.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Raiders will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
27, Bears 17.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Duvernay on the return. Uh-oh. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there.
Brings up 2nd and
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. That's out left and complete to Burton. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Malcolm Koonce in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but That's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Williams. He'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
The Bears send out their punt team, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on downs. On the ground, it's Genty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
A 2nd down throw for Smith. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Raiders. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
The kick is good. Makes the score Raiders 34, Bears 17.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Here comes a return from the 3. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
To the left side, he's got Komet. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll run. It's Swift. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. The ball comes out. One of the Raiders has got it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
the Raiders offense back onto the field for their next possession. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a
Previous
replay.
play is under
So they might be
review.
taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Williams to throw on second down. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
A gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 6. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Williams to the air once more. Oh, looking to get this one out wide on the screen, but it doesn't work, and that one is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
He's taken down just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Chicago.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
They'll go again with Swift, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
2nd and 11. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
On third down, it's Williams from the gun. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Did they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make a habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Laube now to return it. And a solid run back there. They'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31
The Raiders offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Run right up the gut with Jeanty. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And that is incomplete.
Intended for Jacoby Myers.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The Raiders send their punt team out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Bears offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Swift. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 26. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
3rd down, they need 5. Here's Williams now to throw. He'll try to run for it. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Bears 1st down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contained rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On the RPO, quick toss to Burton. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get...
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. Jermaine sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. Williams, who else another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is 3rd and goal.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call it.
That is caught by the tight end. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Santos for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bears will cut the deficit to 7.
Bears 27.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Laube now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Gino now on 1st and 10. A throw right side, taken in by Tucker. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 27
That's
yards.
good for 27 and a
That's
1st
good
down.
for a Las Vegas.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down. To throw, it's Smith. He's got the Golden Domer. That's Michael Mayer. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
They'll run with Genty. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. In motion is Myers. On 2nd down, Smith. There's that man again. Another catch.
That's a gain of 3. brings up 3rd and 3.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? From the gun, it's Gino. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
A 28-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good.
Makes the score.
And that could be big.
37.
They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Duvernay on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Moore going in motion. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Chicago.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bears 1st down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Open man downfield is Loveland. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
1st down, Bears.
A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Bears 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here tonight.
This one taken in by Odunze. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down. From
the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's marker is and getting there to set up first and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Here's Williams. He's got his big tight end. Cole Kmet, touchdown, Chicago. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his fourth touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Raiders offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. That's into the hands of Thornton. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
2nd and inches. Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll step up and run this. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On a zone read, they'll hand it to Jeanty. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In motion, that's Thornton. Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. Open man is Thornton. He's got it. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Jeanty. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
6.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Here's a 2nd and 12. So this one, a win for the Raiders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.